Recording has started. Hello, welcome to the 2025 Fall Southern Arizona Home Show Exhibitor webinar. I am Lucy Ferguson. I'm your show manager. On the call is Hannah Gilbert Egley. She is your show coordinator. We are here to take you through some how-tos and frequently asked questions to get you ready for the show. And this is us. And not on the call is Granon Davison. Odds are she is the one that booked the booth with you. And also, Hannah, you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone.
Beautiful. And first and foremost, we do have a lot of sponsors and partners for this show. And most of all, we would like to thank Renewal by Anderson, First Impression Ironworks, Tucson Water, H2O Concepts, and Diamondback Desertscapes. But as you can see, we do have quite a few, and we're grateful for every single one of them. It is not too late though. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, we do have a few sponsor opportunities left. Entrance sponsor and a few aisle sponsors are the hotter tickets. If you're interested, please shout out to us. And then for today's agenda, we're going to have a show overview, and then we're going to kind of take you through what to do before the show, during move-in, during the show, and then what to do during move-out. And also, just to show you what we do for marketing, we do invest a decent sum of money into marketing. The budget for this show was $161,000, and that goes into TV, streaming, radio, digital, also print, mailers, all of that jazz. We take it very seriously, and hopefully you've seen some of it in your area. And Hannah, if you'd like to talk about the highlights.
Absolutely. Delighted to talk about our this year's highlights. So our celebrity this year at our fall show is going to be America's Test Kitchen's Julia Collin Davison and Bridget Lancaster. So they will be on our culinary showcase stage Friday and Saturday for some live appearances and demos. We also have Ignacio Garcia, local color, a captivating live painting experiences with our very own. We also have the Urban Oasis. So get ready to get inspired by two new areas created by Diamondback Desertscapes, located at the main entrance of the show. So kind of moving into just some show overviews, some ticket pricing and show hours for you folks. So our box office, our adult tickets, general admissions, $8. Children 12 and under are free. So here are some special pricing and discounts that we offer on show site. Free admission for seniors 65 plus on Friday the 3rd. We also have free admission for all active and retired military first responders and teachers on Sunday, October the 5th. Our show hours are pretty straightforward. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all 3 days are 9 to 5 p.m.
We like to call them the Dolly Parton hours.
Working 9 to 5.
Exactly.
So moving in, this is very important, folks. What to do before the show. This is our exhibitor kit. It is a fantastic and very resourceful tool for you folks to familiarize yourself with. You can go on to the show's website and go all the way to the right, and you'll see the exhibitor info tab. You can also scroll down to the bottom of any page on our website, and there is a tab that says Access Exhibitor Kit here as well. So to access the exhibitor kit is it's a crucial resource for you to have a successful show. Everything and more that we're about to go over can be found in this kit. And again, just please check the exhibitor kit first before if you have any questions. Again, the entire show team here is here for you to make sure that you have a successful show. But 9 times out of 10, the question you have for us is probably on that exhibitor kit. So take a look over there. And again, though, please reach out if you have any further questions or you did not find the answer.
One very important thing on that exhibitor kit is how to send out your comp tickets. And you will receive an email about 3 weeks before the show. In that email is going to be a link. That link is going to take you to an image of that ticket right there. We encourage you to share this with your customers and anyone you'd like to invite to the show, especially if you have an email marketing list, please use it. We would love for you to use it. Just copy and paste the link from the email we send that baby out. And then for your guests to redeem the pass, they can either print out that ticket or if they just show the image of the ticket from their phone um, to the main, to the show info desk in the main lobby, they can redeem the ticket there.
So for our vendors who are passing out any sort of food, this is for you. So temporary food licensing and sampling. Any exhibitor offering samples at the show must be approved by both show management and the convention center first. Temporary food permits are required from the Pima County Health Department. Link to the form can be found on the exhibitor kit. And of course, if you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly at my line 801-456-7482, or you can always reach out to me via email. So here's some additional information. So order exhibitor services. So if you have questions regarding electricity, gas, water, telephone or internet, you will want to reach out to Commonwealth Expo. Their information is again found on the exhibitor kit. And for those vendors with any sort of questions regarding, placing flooring on your booth or signs, graphic, forklift services, gems decorator services, is your go-to, and they will be on site. But if you want to save a few pennies, they do offer a discount, and that deadline is September 10th.
Hannah, I'm sensing a theme as far as accessing information on the exhibitor kit.
You are very right about that. The exhibitor kit is a very handy dandy tool for all vendors.
And another thing, some more information you can find on your exhibitor kit is how to enhance your exhibitor listing. Every single exhibitor who books their booth does automatically get a listing on the show's website. So within 24 hours of you signing your contract, your basic listing goes live on our website. It includes your company name, your website, and your booth number. Now, you'll also automatically get an email from our system encouraging you to enhance that listing. Now, then from there, you can add your logo, you can add social links, you can add uh, photos, you can add a video showcasing work. You can really customize your listing and it makes it look very snazzy. The link you receive can be used repeatedly if you want to keep editing information until the Friday of the show. And even after then, it can be edited. You just have to reach out to a member of the show team and we can adjust it for you. And the difference between an enhanced listing and a basic listing is huge. On the left here, you can see the enhanced listing. And then on the right is the basic listing. Now, neither of these are Tucson exhibitors, but there's no difference in cost. It's entirely free. You've already paid for your booth, so you've already paid for this. And so it just takes a few minutes to upload the information and it looks quite a bit better. So yeah, we greatly encourage you to do this. And then the QR code. So this is something relatively new. If you were in our spring show, you would have seen this. It was the first show we did this in Tucson. But there is a QR code that would be placed in front of your booth, and then attendees can scan this and save your company's information. And then after that, we'll pass the lead to you after the show. So it's a secondary way to generate leads at the show. Now, the information the attendees will see mirrors what you put on your exhibitor listing. So if you've updated your exhibitor listing, you've updated the info on your QR code as well. So those go hand in hand. So it's extra important to update that listing. All right, Hannah, take it away.
So what all comes with your booth? We've talked about the exhibitor listing. What else? So your booth does include an 8-foot high black drape and a 3-foot side drape if you have an inline booth. Again, folks, electrical tables, chairs, flooring, water. These are all additional. They are not included with the price of your exhibit space. Your booth height should not exceed 8 feet. The height of your pipe and drape, unless you are on the perimeter wall or in a 20 by 20 booth or larger.
All right. The probably the second most important thing to do before the show, other than check the exhibitor kit, is to check the move-in map because this tells you what day you can move into the show. And most importantly, if you have a heavy display or simply are needing to drive up to your booth to unload a vehicle for your display, this tells you what day you can do that. So, and it's simply by where your booth is in relation to where either the roll-up door is or the loading dock door is. So it's very important for you to check this if you need to drive into the building. If you need to drive into the building and you've missed your drive-in day, you will not be able to, and you will have to cart or carry your items in. Okay, and so where to park during move-in. So parking is free during each day of move-in, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And once again, drive up move-in days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday until 2 p.m. So after 2 p.m. on Thursday, there is no more driving into the building because at that point we will be laying down the carpet in the aisles and there will be no more vehicles in the building after that point. Now, if it is your move-in day, uh, once again, you will be able to access the building via loading dock door or the roll-up door. And you'll want to check the map. They're both labeled. So if you need to drive in, you want to check it to see if you're either closer to the loading dock door or the roll-up door. Those will be how you access. Now, here's this lovely image. So most exhibitors are if odds are you're in the exhibit hall. A few exhibitors are in the ballroom. Now, there is no driving into the ballroom. That entire area is carpeted. So you're more than welcome to drive up to the main entrance of the convention center and park outside. It's kind of this like circle drive. Park right out there to unload. And then we do ask that once you're unloaded, that you park in lot B. And then for everybody else, you can drive up to either the fire ramp to get in through the roll-up door if you need to drive into the building, or those kind of light blue arrows, that's the loading dock door. So once again, depending on where your booth is, and if you need to drive into the building, you're going to do it either through the loading dock door or the roll-up door. It depends on where your booth is. Now, if you don't need to drive in, but you do want to get as close to your booth as possible, you can park your vehicle on the fire ramp itself. So there is limited space and it does fill up. And so there can be a wait to do this. And there also can be a wait to drive in, by the way, as well. So it is as space becomes available, but you can park on that fire ramp, unload your vehicle through just the regular doors to your booth. And then we ask that you unload as quickly but safely as you can, and then get your vehicle out of there so someone else can get in, and then park your vehicle in lot B. And then, of course, you're just more than welcome to park in lot B and then unload your car from there. All right, Hannah.
Lucy, I have to say that last map was visual, and those folks who learned the best visually, I mean, I just got to say good job on that one. So I hope people find it as helpful as I do. So good job on
Oh,
that.
thank you. You took every bit of my shoddy Photoshop skills.
Folks, this is just kind of a general layout of the show, highlighting kind of very important areas. You know, our show office where you'll find yours truly over here, Lucy Granon, and myself, and the rest of the show team there. If you need anything at all, just please come find us and we'll be happy to assist you folks. We want to kind of highlight the entrance area as well, the main entrance into the show, and as well as GEMS. Now, GEMS is that show decorator, so they will be the folks to help you out with any sort of carpeting needs or any sort of table skirting, anything like that. GEMS is your go-to. So our show office hours, We will be there. The show team will be there Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you're there, we're probably there. So Wednesday through Thursday, we'll be there from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And again, show days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we will all be there 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., excluding Sunday. We'll be there a little bit later for a move out. We'll be there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So please keep those dates in mind. So when you are arriving, how to pick up your exhibitor badges. Again, come by and stop by the show office and pick up your badges, and we'll get you guys checked in. You can pick them all at once, or you can certainly leave them at the show desk for your team to pick up as they all trickle in. Your exhibitor badges will be how you access the show Friday through Sunday. You do not need your exhibitor badges during move-in hours, but you and your team will need your exhibitor badges Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So please, again, keep that in mind. You guys are allotted badges depending on your booth size. So those folks in 100 to 300 square feet, you get up to 5 exhibitor badges, and our vendors in 400 square feet plus, you'll get up to 10 badges as well. So your comp tickets are not to be used in place of an exhibitor badge. Again, let me repeat that, please. Your comp tickets are not to be used in place of an exhibitor badge. Those badges are meant for your workers and your team. Those comp tickets, give them out to your clients, make them happy, provide that extra layer of customer service, give them to your neighbors, your friends, family. Let's get some people into the show and really kick it up a notch this year. So again, just a few kind of general rules there of how to pick up your badges when you're moving in and getting checked in for the show. So also ordering exhibitor services on site. So if you did not order services from Commonwealth or gyms ahead of time, that is A-okay. You may certainly do so on site for an increased rate, but they will be available. Their services will be available on site. You'll see their display when you're moving in. Gyms will have desks set up behind the booths along the east wall, the orange section marked on the previous map. Commonwealth will also be there. They have a permanent office in the building down the hall from the show office. You will not be able to order these services from the show office desk. Again, each of these Gems and Commonwealth, they do have their own setup and their own team, and they will be able to take care of you and answer any sort of questions you may have for them regarding their services.
Alrighty, guys, there is a stern side to the webinar. So the show rules.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. So these are the most commonly broken rules. There are a few more than this. If you'd like to see them, there is a exhibitor manual on the exhibitor kit. It is not the most riveting read, but it does have the full list of rules. But for the main ones, all booths must have flooring. You can bring in your own flooring. That is always the most cost-effective method. You can rent flooring from gyms. Just whatever means you can get your flooring, the concrete does need to be covered up. You must use gaffer's tape to tape down your flooring. You cannot use duct tape, Gorilla Glue tape, anything else on the convention center flooring. They will charge you a cleaning fee. We don't allow pop-up tents or canopies. We're indoors, you don't need them. Your booth display cannot exceed 8 feet high, which is the height of your pipe and drape. So if you're above that, you're too tall. Now, if you have a larger booth, 400 square feet or bigger, or you're on a perimeter wall, you are exempt from that rule. You cannot work the aisle. You can only work from your own booth space. Once again, you cannot work or sell from the aisles. And the most important one, which we do enforce, you cannot start to break down your booth space until 5 p.m. on Sunday. So you cannot break down your booth until the show closes at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Okay, so on to less important rules, which is electrical fires. But also, still kind of important. Please don't start electrical fires. So, per the fire marshal, please use surge protectors. Only use plugs with grounds, and the grounds is that third prong on the bottom of your plug. Know what you're powering, know the power size to what you're powering, and no daisy chaining, which I'll admit we're all been guilty of at one time or another, which is just plugging in multiple power cords to create a longer cord. So please, none of that. The fire marshal does inspect the show and will be checking for all of these things. All right. So the do's to exhibit like an expert. Do use floor covering. We've talked about that. Do stay within your contracted space. Do professionally skirt your table on all four sides. Do use professionally made signage and do staff your booth during show hours. All right, so some tips to being successful at the show. So first and foremost, your location does matter. There are better locations in the show than others. And those who have the better locations do book sooner. And a lot of those best locations mean those exhibitors booked on site the prior show. But most importantly, be approachable in your booth space. Set up your booth to invite people in from the aisles. You want to get people inside your space because your odds of getting that appointment, lead, sale, whatever your goal is a lot higher once they get into your booth. For your display, focus on what you want to sell. Odds are you have quite a few different things that you offer. We always recommend you focus on the top three that are either your best at or are most profitable for you. You don't want to throw the entire kitchen sink at someone. But also the attendees coming to the show, they want a consultant. They don't want a salesperson. They're coming with an idea that they want to hash out with you. They want someone to listen to and help them flesh out that idea. So ask them questions, listen to what they're saying to help them out so they feel comfortable with you and want to book your business. And also, what a lot of exhibitors don't tend to do is have a goal and measure your success and write it down. Save it for year to year. So know if the show worked for you and know what, percentage of leads or appointments that you closed from the show. And most importantly, follow up. It never fails that we have attendees call us asking for exhibitors' contact information just to make sure they have it correct because that exhibitor didn't follow up with them after the show. It sounds silly, but it happens every single show. All right, and then this is an example of just a really nice booth display. Once again, this is not from a Tucson show, but it's a really nice open booth. They filled it, but it's not crowded. They have their window display there on the left, so it's obvious what they're selling. They have a lot of signage with their logos. They have flooring, but there's still space for attendees. There's still plenty of space for attendees to come into the booth. It just looks very snazzy as well. All right. And then during the show for parking, the free parking in Lot B during the show is for attendees only. We buy out the parking from the convention center for the attendees. The attendees are expecting free parking. We do that for the attendees. During the show days, exhibitors must park in the Ramada parking lot. Now we have a shuttle for you guys. It'll be on a constant loop, taking you from the Ramada lot over to the show. And there's two different drop off and pickup points at the show. There's one down by the fire ramp, and then there's one by the main entrance to the convention center. So whatever's more convenient for you to get to. There's going to be one shuttle running constantly, and then we're going to have two shuttles running an hour before the show and then 30 minutes after the show ends. And once again, guys, if you sneak into Lot B, just know you're taking attendance away from the show, yourselves, and your fellow exhibitors. So please bear that in mind. And there are also paid lots that are close to the building. So if you'd like to use those, you are more than welcome to. All right, during move out, vehicles will not be allowed to drive into the building until the aisle carpets are raised, which will be approximately 7 p.m. It usually takes about 2 hours to get them all lifted. So until that time, it's hand cart and carry only. All exhibits and vehicles must be 100% out of the building no later than 12 p.m. on Monday, October 6th. And once again, you may not start breaking down your exhibit until the show ends at 5 p.m. on Sunday. All right, we're almost done. Home stretch. Um, Unfortunately, this is also something that tends to happen every show. Please don't get scammed. Uh, there tends to be an email that goes out offering to sell you the attendee email list. That is a scam. Marketplace events will never ever sell you our attendee contact list. That is a scam. Do not give these people your money. All right. So that's it. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. And please stop by the show office during the show, and we will happily give you some candy and a little reward. So we really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, anything we didn't elaborate enough on, anything Hannah just didn't do a good job explaining, she tends to do that. Please reach out to us.
So in all seriousness, guys, we are and gals, we are so looking forward to hosting you and having a successful show with everyone. And like Lucy said, if you've made it this far to the video, pop into that show office. Come let us know that you finished the video, and we will give you a big old hug. And like Lucy said, maybe some candy and a little bit of prize. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to putting on an amazing show for everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Hannah. Thank you so much.